Night Football on EA Sports. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A gain of 4. It's now
the numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 14 carries, 66 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Wilson's pass.
DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, Meadows escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's brought down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Meadows. Complete. He finds Bray. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Meadows. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches on the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
From the gun, Meadows. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call, because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. On first down, Carson, and some room to work. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 more there and another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Buccaneers 7.
To throw on second down, Meadows. That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Meadows pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading them out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meadows. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Catches like that from Mike Evans, just another reason he was the 7th pick in 2014.
It's almost not fair because you can see the frame. What is he, about 6'5" or so, somewhere in that neighborhood? So his catch radius is just absolutely tremendous. That makes it very difficult to cover.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
The kick is good.
And he's able to put it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
For Seattle.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Third down and 2 yards.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This pass caught at the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run it in with Jones.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on third down, Meadows looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finish for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
When you run into... Timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
For the field goal.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
24.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's another.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Here's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Buccaneers' 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Meadows, and incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Meadows. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. From the gun, Meadows. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Meadows. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Under pressure, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the